Welcome back to the Dragon Den. My loyal Dragonites, King of Dragons 5000 is back with another action figure review. Today we'll be taking a look at the Loose Collector 1/12 series Vampirella. And so here we have Vampirella posed and out of the packaging, and does she look incredibly gorgeous. But before we have a look at the figure, let's actually take a look at her accessories. Vampirella does come with two very well designed head sculpts, as well as several different hands for style posing and holding weapons. She does come with two daggers as well as her bat, and finally she does come with her cape. So overall a decent set of accessories here for Vampirella. With that out of the way, let's move on to her details. Loose Collector has done a really good job basing this Vampirella off her classic look. Her skin tone is gorgeous with some really nice shading, and you can see her clothing is rather revealing. The paint job on her face is gorgeous with some beautiful green eyes and rosy red cheeks. She also has red luscious lips and some golden earrings poking through her hair. And her hair sculpt is dramatically posed in this really nice black plastic. Taking a look at her rather revealing outfit, she's essentially wearing a slingshot bikini. It leaves very little to the imagination, and it is anatomically correct. It does cover up some of her more revealing features, and on her neck she does have a collar piece. The collar piece is nice and painted and does go around her neck nicely. She does have some gold braces on either side of her arm, which is sculpted really nicely. The sculpts are asymmetrical, so the left arm is going to be different from the right arm. She's also wearing gold bracelets on either wrist, which look really nice, and just like with her braces, they are asymmetrical. And the paint job continues down to her hands, where her fingernails are painted in red. Vampirella is barely wearing anything on her waist aside from her bikini, but it does have this really nice sculpted logo on it. The logo is painted in gold, which looks really nice, and you can see that she does have a rather revealing backside to her. Her legs are practically bare, with nothing from her hips all the way down to her boots. And just like with Purgatory, she is sharing some parts from the Lady Death figure. Particularly just the upper part of her knee and kneecap are reused. Her calves are her own sculpt, which looks really nice. There is a sculpted lip for her boot, which is done in this really nice black paint. However, her boot is rather plain because there's no wrinkles or folds anywhere on the boot except for her foot. And her foot is reused from that Lady Death figure, so it does have some slight detailing on the toes. So overall, her design is rather risque, with basically her wearing a slingshot bikini and a collar piece. Although Loose Collector has done a really good job with her skin tone and adding some highlights to her skin. So with her detail out of the way, let's get her compared to our usual suspects. Here we have Vampirella posed next to a Marvel Legends Cyclops and DC Multiverse Superman. Mattel's WWE Elite Series and Mezco's 1/12 Collective Popeye the Sailor Man. The Lightning Collection White Ranger and the Star Wars Black Series Mandalorian. And finally we have Vampirella posed next to several other Loose Collector action figure lines. So overall she will scale nicely to the rest of your 6-inch collection. Though she's not true 1/12 scale, she does do a really good job lining up with domestic releases. So with her comparisons out of the way, let's move on to her articulation. Vampirella has a double ball joint in the head. Arms go out to the side and do a full 360. Swivel at her bicep and a single bend in the elbow. Swivel hinge at the wrist. Double ball joint in her upper torso. Legs kick forward, go back, out to the side, and swivel above the knee. Double bend in her knee. Hinge in the ankle and forward facing pin for rocker ankle. So overall, Vampirella has a pretty decent articulation setup. Though it could be a little bit better in other parts, it does work for the character. So with everything said and done about the Loose Collector Vampirella, let's get her posed for my final thoughts. Loose Collector has done a very good job here designing a new Vampirella action figure. I love the accessories that she comes with the added head sculpt. It does do a really good job giving her display options. However, she only has one hairpiece, which is a little bit disappointing seeing as how Purgatory got 2 hairpieces. Her knives are nicely designed with some really nice paintwork to them, and they do look gorgeous. Add to it various hands, giving her different display options makes her a very good figure to own. If you're not a fan of the seamless body and you pass on that original figure, I think this is a really good figure to pick up for Vampirella. The paint job on her is very clean, and I love the fact that they went with a really vibrant red for her costume. But her costume is rather revealing, and if that's something that does upset you, I can see a lot of people not liking this figure. However, it does stay true to the classic character, so I do have to give it a passing grade there. So if you're a fan of Vampirella, definitely track down the Loose Collector Vampirella and add her to your collection. With that being said, don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel, and check out all my other Loose Collector reviews. Check out my Instagram account for new and exciting action figure photos, videos, recent pickups, latest prints, and as always, ring that bell so you never miss another video. And until next time, my fellow Dragonites coming from the Dragon Den, I'm KingofDragons 5000 reminding you to redesign, rebuild, and reclaim. I'll see you next time.